This is part 2 of my Xenomorph Alien Queen build. I'm going to be putting together, well, I've already put this together. This is the frame. This was in about 12 pieces and I've 3D printed all of this. I've kind of gone for like a sci-fi kind of thing. It's going to go round here and I'm going to put some lights, and I want there to be smoke in there. And I also modelled this. You pull that down like you see in the movies where they just have that and then pull it down. I'll probably make the files for this available on Cult, but I've left some space in the back. I mean, I modelled all this up completely with the idea of putting in a momentary switch. So that'll put pressure on the momentary switch. You push it back up and the LEDs and the smoke will stop. So it's quite a simple little thing, but hopefully it's effective. And the idea that I've got for this in my head will work out all right. So let's get started putting all this together, and hopefully this turns out all right by the end. Hey, so we're back. Here's obviously the Alien Queen. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I could keep going with this forever, you know. There's lots of things that there's lots of things on this that I still could do that I haven't done. Just general little ideas, aesthetic things, like, you know, I was thinking about putting some bullet holes from like a pulse rifle in the framework here, but you know, it's just going to be going forever, and I want to keep bringing content to the channel. The last couple of videos or builds that I've done on the channel have been massive, and they've been taking me a while, just around like my full-time job and family life, things like that. So from big projects like this, I'm probably going to start doing a couple of little things. I've got an idea of something, it's all printed out, ready to go, ready to start sort of filming it, working on it. And yeah, just doing some little things, just try and get the content coming a little bit quicker for everyone, you know. So less rambling, I'm just going to get to it, talk about this. So obviously we've got framework going on here. This was printed in 12 pieces. I talked about this in part 1 of the video, but yeah, you see all this at the start of the video from where I left off from part 1. If you didn't see part 1, I'll throw that up here for now and check that out. But yeah, so obviously we've got our arms coming out. Here's her head, tail. I've got up here, I'll just zoom that in. Yeah, so just up here you can see the Nostromo badge. I'll zoom in just for a closer look at that. Down here I've got the Weyland-Yutani sticker. I was going to make a plaque for that and make that embossed as well, but I figured, is it embossed? Embossed? I don't know, you know what I mean. But yeah, I was going to do that the same as I did with the Nostromo badge, but I thought, yeah, I thought I'll have a look at some reference material. I did look at some reference material, and when you do see this, it's usually on uniforms. There are some like stickers on some of the holds and, you know, bits and pieces like that. So I just went with a sticker, and you probably noticed this here. So I've made a sort of sci-fi style cargo hold lever. You grab this, pull it down, and I'll show you what that does in a minute. So I'm just going to fire up the lights. Got it on orange at the moment. It will go red, green, blue, and white. But I like it on the white. You can actually see a lot of the detail of the alien. Yeah, and it kind of looks like it's coming out of a, I don't know, through like a force field or something, you know, that's kind of going over this, what do you call it, a vent? Coming through this vent. So the alien's coming after me.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Look, I'll give you like a, so this is me up close to it, side by side. This thing isn't little, this is massive. Definitely massive. So if I pull down the lever, so I've added smoke coming through the jaw of the alien and out through the mouth. So, smoke. I was thinking about what I was going to do for the drool. I was thinking of all sorts of things. I wanted the drool to kind of, originally I wanted the drool to go to link the teeth. So what I was going to do was put some fishing line between a couple of the teeth and then go in with epoxy clear resin. Just a little bit, just enough to travel down the fishing line. But I kind of thought, do you know what, I want to add smoke. I was going to do the smoke coming from the top, so the whole thing kind of, there was a bit of smoke coming down the back of it. I looked at the smoke on the LEDs and it it muted the smoke a little bit. You couldn't see it as well. So I opted for drilling straight through the head, straight through the back, putting a momentary switch on the bottom of my lever here, and then pulling it down, and yeah, goes up through a tube into the back of the throat, and then I kind of got that smoke effect that's filling in all right, in my opinion, for drool. One more thing as well about the lever. I put a magnet on it, so it's got a magnet up here and a magnet in the handle. So when I lift this up, that stays up no matter what I do. I could tip this up on his face if I want to. I will not be doing that. But if I did, that's not going to go anywhere. It's got a nice little magnet look. Drops it down, all the weight's leaning forward, it's pressing on that momentary switch. When you're done, flip it up. Easy as that. And that's how I solved the lever falling problem. Yeah. It's not fishing line. I've got this wire, and it's just picture wire. It's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Hang on, put the light on. Steel wire, and this is screwed onto the back of here with some metal clip clamps on the back. And obviously, if you watch part one, this is all on a bit of plywood, and it's just resting on one screw in the wall. But it's supposed to be quite strong stuff. You're never gonna snap this. You couldn't even chew through it unless you had like really good jaws. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. I really appreciate all the comments that I get. I try to answer all the comments that I get on my videos. If you've got any questions about anything that I might have missed, I'm happy to answer those questions to the best of my ability, just to see if I can help you out with one of these that you're possibly building yourself. My next project's going to be a little bit smaller than this. I'm going to try and focus on some like prop replicating, painting, some bits like that. I need a break from these huge things. Obviously I had the Joker bust, I've had Mimi's head, and now I've had this. So smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think, subscribe to stay up to date. If you subscribe, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all my current subscribers. Your support has been a massive help to continue my motivation to keep bringing you this content. I'm going to keep working hard on future content for the channel, so stay tuned for that. There's one more little thing I just want to add at the end of this video. It really helped me out to continue bringing projects like this. If you check out my merch page in the link below, you can get yourself a t-shirt like this or a nice hat like this. This is my man cave cap. There's other things on there. I've got bottles, water bottles, just, you know, bits and pieces. Check it out. There's no obligation to actually buy anything, but have a look, see if anything jumps out at you. And I really appreciate all that support. All support I get from that will be going towards all my builds and projects for my channel. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.